Hi, I'm Mary O'Connor, and I am committed to inspiring and helping visionary entrepreneurs create wildly successful businesses so that they can make the impact they came here to make and do their part to transform the planet. Today we're going to talk about that area of the business that seems to be the most mysterious and yet the most crucial to the success of any visionary enterprise. And in this talk, we're going to talk about it as the art of enrollment. So in the last 17 years, I have coached thousands of visionary entrepreneurs to create amazing results. But one thing that stands out is that most of us have been trained not in the art of sales, but in our technical expertise, in the things that we do that we want to offer people. And in fact, my own story is that as well, that I, like lots of you, wanted to make a profound impact. I wanted to make a big difference. But I had no training in business and I had no training in sales. So what did I do? I found a solar company that hired me and I was sent into the field, basically with no training. And because I happened to be good at the relationship part and I cared deeply about solar as an alternative energy, I was able to close deals. And I learned a lot of things that don't work, and I learned a lot of things that do work. And today what I'm going to do is offer you a distilled down version of the 6 steps to enrollment that I have found absolutely work. You've probably seen a lot of professional presenters or salespeople and how they articulate their offer, and they are so smooth and so elegant, and it looks like they were just born with that skill. Well, just like a lot of artists and a lot of athletes, what we've discovered in the art of enrollment is that there's specific stages of the conversation. And if you knew those 6 kinds of conversations, that you could have a seamless, effortless conversation with anybody and close them as a client. So today I'm going to review those 6 steps and give you some tips on how they work. So first of all, called the Art of Enrollment, the 6 steps. The first step is the step called relationship, which is really the most fun and usually the most easy for us. However, this is done with a deliberate intention and a curiosity about that person. And the goal here is to create trust, because the number one thing that people want to feel when they're with you is that they can trust you. That's what we're selling. We're not selling anything else. We're just selling trust. So if you knew that, you'd want to lower those barriers to feeling separate from another person and finding common ground, finding commonality. And relationship is so key. So lots of times people step over that in their effort to get to the deal, but it's usually a mistake and people feel like they're not being treated as a real person. And you probably felt that way yourself at times. So get into relationship, and from relationship, we move the conversation into a conversation for discovery, which is really finding out more about that person and what they might need. Because you want to know if they have a need for your services. Otherwise, it's not really going to be a good fit. So in the discovery conversation, you want to find out, what are they struggling with? What are their challenges? What are their concerns? So you can see if that's something that you can help them with. In the third conversation, it's called the conversation for possibility. And that is where you give voice to your big vision. As Simon Sinek says, people buy why you do it, not what you do. It's an incredibly potent way to articulate your offer. And when you speak your big vision, it has an amazing galvanizing effect. People will find themselves in your value set because they have the same values. It's very powerful. And the fourth step is really your conversation for opportunity. That's where you make your offer. You tell them, and this is how I do it. That's where you want to speak your compelling offer. And that has 3 components: who you do it for, what the problem is that you handle, and how you solve it. And that segues immediately into asking them if they'd like to try it. So making a request, making a simple, very sincere request. Even just saying to that person, I'd really love to work with you. Would you like to try it? so effective to be honest and authentic with people in this step. People love it. And then the sixth step is really confirming what you came up with and what's the next step. So if you agree to go ahead and have maybe a free introductory offer or a conversation to explore how you can help them, that would be restating that next step so it's really clear. You're going to call them or they're going to call you at this time on this day. So what we just walked through is the 6 steps to the Art of Enrollment in a very condensed version. So if you think that this might be something of value that would help you in your business, click the link below and you'll have access to a number of incredibly powerful free resources. And I want to thank you for being part of a movement that is absolutely going to transform this planet.